is what? Judo. B-I-B-L-E commandments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yo, we post up truth bombs at the mic. Aharon Yasharahla lighting up the night. Vigilant watchmen never snoring off the grind. Eyes on the news, peeping all the signs. They sling lies, we bringing clarity. Breaking down the script, straight sincerity. Headlines shifty, gotta stay woke. Truth in every word, not just a hefty joke. Current affairs, tune in, y'all listen close. Aharon Yasharahla hit you with the most. No fluff, just facts, we dissecting the scene. Radio wave, sharp, cut and clean. Modern day prophets, echoes of the past. We see through the smoke, these lies won't last. Real talk, mountains from the molehills. Truth reigns supreme over fake thrills. Government plots, we expose the schemes. Politics dirty, trying to crush dreams. From the ghettos to the burbs, we keep it raw. Current affairs, y'all feeling every law. Current affairs, tune in, y'all listen close. Aharon Yasharahla hit you with the most. No fluff, just facts, we dissecting the scene. Radio wave, sharp, cut and clean.
Yo, how y'all doing? Right back at y'all. Hey, we fix the hair. We go ahead and fix that hair. Hey, my essence right. Anyway, glad to see y'all. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you can tune in to your boy Aharon Yasharahla, aka Big A, for my podcast that you can catch on Spotify called Big A's Talk and Spit. What's going on with y'all, yo? Listen, it's been too long. It's only been 7 days. I mean, Rich, what's happening? Yo, I missed y'all to life. And I'm so happy to be on this podcast. Everything is a podcast, but I'm so happy to be on this spot. I'm so happy for the ones who are in the background making this thing work. All praises to the Most High, because we are all vessels. We're all being used in some form of fashion, right? But y'all know how I like to do. Y'all know I'm always an advocate for Black-owned businesses. And I'm always talking about naturally glam skin care and cosmetics. So check it out. I'm always talking about that, right? But I got some products that you can actually see. This right here is a lotion. This lotion is bad, y'all. And these cosmetics that are made are all natural. There are no chemicals at all. It's so natural you can eat the product if you need to, right? Now this next product that I have right here in my hand right here, y'all. This is a natural soy candle. A natural soy candle that you can utilize as well. So go on the website and check these things out. And we need to keep the money in our communities, y'all, because the other cultures do, the other races do. Why not us? And we are the ones who purchase things the most. Natural glam skincare and cosmetics. There is nothing chemical based. Everything is all natural. This is, yes, my wife, and she makes these in our home. Naturally Glam Skincare and Cosmetics.com. Check it out. NaturallyGlamSkincare.com. Check it out. Right? Now, y'all know that I try to come with something that will give us some insight or something as a good word. So nothing more than a saying of the day, or what I call the SOD, short for saying of the day. So today my saying of the day, family, is The words of wise men are heard in quiet, more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. I'll say that again, my saying of the day. The words of wise men are heard in quiet, more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. Right? That's a deep saying. Yo, I thank y'all for chiming in, Miss Jackson. Yah 1247 was happening. Y'all are loyal. I love you all. Loyal to listening to what I got to say, but loyal to the Most High, because I'm nothing but a vessel. Now, before I actually go in, y'all, on my topics, my heart is actually saddened tonight, right? I have a mother who is on the verge of being 87, and I got some word from my family that she had 2 back-to-back seizures, right? And my family, I'm from Ohio. I'm from Cincinnati, right? And I found out that my mother had 2 back-to-back seizures. Now, let me just give you a little bit of insight on my family. I'm the youngest in my family. Both my older brothers, I have a middle brother who is 10 years my older, and my older brother who, let's just say, is 15 years my older. They both moved back in to the home to take care of my mom. My mom lives in a home that is vastly huge, one that I grew up in Ohio, right? And luckily, when my mother had, I appreciate that. When my mother had her first seizure, it was at the home. And luckily, my oldest brother, who is now on the verge of 61, was home. And he said, Aaron, he said, I looked at mom and her left side was dangling and her face was down. He said, immediately I thought it was a heart attack. So luckily, he's able to see signs. I'm like, yo, I got to get to the hospital. But it was a seizure. Got her to the hospital. But right before he got there, the seizure stopped, And as she was talking to the doctors, my mom had a second, more powerful seizure, which the seizures are not good, but it was good that she was in front of the doctors so they could see the actual depth of the seizure, right? And so they saw the depth of the seizure. And when they did all the tests to her, I appreciate that. And my mom is still alive. She's home now. When they did all the tests, my mom, it found out she had some blood on her brain. What was odd about this, the seizures were on the left, and we know that the left side of the brain controls the right and vice versa. This bleeding of the brain was on the right side, but it was directly under her skull, but not yet on her brain, because the brain has different layers to it, right? All praises to the Most High. So she got home and she told me, she said, baby, I got bleeding on my brain. And y'all, listen, I'm about to be, I'm in my 40s. I'm not gonna give y'all my actual age, but I'm in my 40s, right? I'm a young 40, right? I'm young still. And when she told me this, I'm like, ooh, yeah, my mom's still alive. And she was like, yo, I'm writing out my will. Heavy. Because my mom did great in her life. She did good in her life. She saved up so much money to where she don't have to go to nursing home. The nursing home comes to her. That's where I want us to get to. The nursing home comes to us. It comes to us. It's coming to her. So prepare yourself. Forgive me, I'm emotional for saying that. But all praise to the Most High. She's here. Still call my mom mommy. She calls me. I say, hey, mommy. Like I'm 3 years old. Hey, mommy. and I'm in my 40s. But I bet you can't guess my age. My 40s. You can't guess my actual age. Anyway, my mommy is fine. She's fine. I'm not fine. Tears will run down. Forgive me, family, but I have a job to do. Right now, I always have notes, y'all. So moving right along, I do have tears running down my eyes right now. Forgive me, but moving right along. Hey, Pure Heart, I miss your mom too. I miss her too. So y'all know Trump is still in full effect, right? And of course, I got some notes right here, y'all. Now, Trump, right? Forgive me, y'all. This is different because I'm a happy soul. Now, Trump, y'all, has been doing a lot of things since he's regained control of the United States, regained control of what this guy that we call Biden was in control of, right? Or so we say, or so we thought. Now, I don't know if y'all knew about this, but Trump has blocked federal monies to universities that still deal with COVID vaccine mandates. This was an executive order. This is one of the many executive orders that Trump came out with. Again, forgive me. I don't care about I don't care about these tears running down because I was talking about my mama. Anyway, we have some universities, family, that still have COVID vaccine mandates, basically meaning you can't go to this university unless you have been vaccinated. And what Trump is doing, he's knocking it down, which it should be knocked down. It should be knocked down because come to find out, if we've been following what we call the tabloids, right, and what people call, pardon me, social media, the media, we know that these things are allegedly false as far as the COVID is concerned. There has been many studies come out that say that COVID was a false mandate, right? And now we see where Fauci is taking heat, right? So Trump blocks federal money for universities with COVID vaccine mandates in executive order. The order prohibits federal funds from being used to support or subsidize an educational service agency, state educational agencies, local educational agencies, elementary schools, secondary school or institution of higher learning that requires students, family, to have received a COVID vaccine to attend in-person educational programs. Now, when we read that, when I read that, I was like, well, that's awesome. I said it's awesome because we have now found out, not just me, we have now found out that these vaccines were no good. They had adverse effects. I just spoke about my mommy, right? My mommy is having these adverse effects because she took that COVID-19 vaccine, right? When she took that vaccine, y'all, she told me that, she's old school, so she still believes in the Christian doctrine. I can't knock it because at least she believes in Christ. And I called her, y'all, said, and I cried and pleaded, don't take it. She said, I prayed to Jesus Christ, and he told me it's okay to take the vaccine. I'm like, all right. But I'm on the phone boo-hooing to my mommy, because this is mommy, right? Now, She done had 2 seizures and other ailments that are like weird that no one would ever know. But then going back to this Trump thing, right? I'm looking at it, and then I see where there was some mayor or governor who was like, there are no schools that have COVID vaccine mandates, right? So I looked into it because I ain't gonna bring to the I'm not gonna bring to the public, to the family, stuff that's farce. But come to find out, y'all, yeah, no, this is true. And let me tell you what schools it is. There are some schools in California, right? And I'm gonna name those schools. I'm so sorry, Miss Maria. Your mommy listened and your daddy didn't. Hey, it happens, yo. It happens. What did Christ say? He's here to, Christ told us in the scriptures, he's here to separate. He's here to divide. If you're going to listen to him and know it's true or you're not. And this is what we got to deal with. The hardest thing is, it's our loved ones. So my condolences, Miss Maria. But the schools that have this COVID vaccine mandate, some in California, one school, I'm going to read these schools in the various states that I found. In California, family, California State Polytechnic University, Humboldt is one of them. We also have California State University, Dominguez Hills. I didn't know they had an all Spanish university here, right? Right. So now we also have Mount St. Mary's, and I'm hip to them because I'm a hooper, and them boys be making the NCAA college tournament every year, right? Then we have the University of San Francisco. If you get my drift, y'all know. If y'all don't know now, I'm a comedian, right? Then we have Georgia, the state of Georgia. Clark. Now check this out, y'all. This blew my mind. Georgia. Then again, if you think about it, this is who they allegedly prey on. Clark, Morehouse, Morris Brown, Oglethorpe, and Spelman. I was like, yo, what? Anyway, moving on. In the state of New Hampshire, we have Franklin Pierce University. In the state that I'm from, Ohio, we have Oberlin University. In Oregon State, we have Reed College. And in Pennsylvania, we have Bryn, B-R-Y-N, Bryn Mawr College, M-A-W-R. Yeah, the HBCUs. Bryn Mawr College, Haverford College, and Swarthmore College. Oh, Miss Jackson. Sorry, Miss Jackson. You from Oberlin? I'm sorry. I didn't go there. I didn't go to Oberlin. Listen, I didn't mess with Oberlin, right? And I'm from Ohio. I ain't mess with it. I left Ohio. Sorry. Anyway, like I said, I got jokes. But these are some colleges, family, and these are just colleges that I named off because there were still elementary schools, secondary education schools, and so forth and so on. But I was just harping on the colleges is because the colleges is where we actually find out who we actually are. Right? Me being from Ohio, I went to college in Pennsylvania, Lincoln University to be exact. And yes, an HBCU, the first HBCU. No, it wasn't Fort Valley. I didn't say Fort Valley, but let me tell you, I didn't name every single college either. There are a plethora, numerous, a gargantuan amount of schools, universities that are on that list. I just named a few. So Fort Valley State could very well be. Check it out for yourself, family. Which universities, colleges still have the COVID vaccine mandates? And don't let them pull the wool over your eyes, right? Don't check just Google. Go on DuckDuckGo, right? because it's supposed to be private. So that is what I want to pull out with that, right? Now, in the past, family, moving along, in the past, I have talked about some FYIs, right? And I realize I have left out some FYIs in my past broadcasts. But I do have a few FYIs this evening. And I do want to bring those FYIs out. Okay? Now, my first FYI, family. Good. DuckDuckGo, yeah. Since you've been using DuckDuckGo since day one, hey, stick with it, right? Now, I went to DuckDuckGo for a second. But I've been on Google so much, it's just like everything was there. But DuckDuckGo really is the way to go. But this FYI, family, going back to the topic at hand, is about soursop leaf tea. Soursop is a fruit. Soursop leaf tea. And I want to bring this out because soursop leaf tea, right, helps with arthritis pain, diabetes, low immunity, pain itself, nausea, insomnia, and gout. It's also good for hair and nails, right? So let me repeat what soursop leaf tea is good for. It helps with arthritis pain, which a lot of us suffer from that, especially if you're an athlete. If you are an athlete or an ex-athlete, diabetes, right? Stop eating that sugar. Some say it's salt. Low immunity. Build your health up. Exercise. Stop being a couch potato eating all them chips. Eating all them Doritos. Oh, they good. Doritos is delicious. But we can't eat them. I don't eat Doritos no more. Pain in general. Nausea. Insomnia. And gout. You know, get to hurting. Come on now. Stop it. Stop eating that pork. We ain't supposed to be eating pork no way, right? Now, soursop leaf tea is also good for hair and our nails. Now, listen, you see my hair, y'all. Now, my nails, personally, I don't have nothing to worry about because my nails my nails are hard as a rock. Real talk. I can jab you with my nail, and I will stick you like it's a daggone knife. So all praise to the Most High that I have good nails and great hair. All praise to the Most High. Now, another thing about the soursop leaf tea family is that it's 10 times more effective than chemotherapy by attacking abnormal cells while leaving healthy cells intact. And we know from that big C cancer that when you go to chemotherapy, it kills the good cells. 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 That's what that chemotherapy does to us. While we have soursop leaf tea and soursop itself regenerates the good cells. Shalom, Ephraim 33. How are you doing? Good to see you. Soursop leaf tea. Now this, of course, family, is all allegedly. Because I'm not a doctor, right? So I have to say allegedly, right? Because I looked it up, but it's still allegedly because I'm not a doctor and I didn't get the research for it. So these things are allegedly, right? So I want to bring that FYI out. Now, I said I had 3 FYIs. I do have another here, which is, now, the Bible tells us about earthquakes in diverse places, right? And I'm looking up some things so I can bring out to the family tonight. And then I see, because I actually started getting my information together during the whole week if I had the time, because my if y'all knew my schedule, I do a lot. I got a lot going on. So I'm looking at an earthquake that hit Elgin, South Carolina this past Saturday. This past last Saturday, what some people call Shabbat, right? This past Saturday. Now it was a 2.5 uh, earthquake on a Richter scale. But again, the Bible tells us that there will be earthquakes in diverse places. And Elgin, South Carolina is a diverse place. These things don't happen there. So I am actually in South Carolina. And it really hit home for me. So when I seen that, I was like, oh, hold on now. We don't get that. We get, South Carolina actually gets, storms, you know, stuff like that. We don't get earthquakes. So I looked into it. It's about 2.5 hours from where my location. And on the Richter scale, it was about a 2.5, 2.5 on the Richter scale in Elgin, South Carolina. Okay, Mr. Israel. So chemotherapy is mustard gas. Hey, listen, I can't dispute it. So back to this earthquake in Elgin, South Carolina. It was a 2.5 on the Richter scale. And like the Bible say, in diverse places, earthquakes will be. Christ said this to his disciples, right? So we have to understand that with that said, because the question then becomes, where did that come from the disciples? The question was, from that, what will be in the last days? And Christ told them, well, first of all, let no man deceive you, and there will be earthquakes in diverse places. And this is a diverse place, because here in South Carolina, we get hurricanes, storms. Is what I said earlier. I said storms. I didn't say hurricanes. We get storms, though. We get hurricanes. That's what I mean by storms. So just let that resonate a second. Let that resonate. Have you thought about the day and age that we're in? What's really going on in this world? The things that we've seen in upside down world that we're now living in clown world that we're now living in? 2.5 on the Richter scale. It's really nothing. But it can be something in the near future if these things continue to persist. So I want to bring that out because it's really, it's nothing in Elgin, South Carolina. Be real with you, it's nothing there. Ain't nothing there. It's people there, but like on a major scale, Charleston is bigger. Of course, Columbia is bigger. I even think, Myrtle Beach might be bigger. I think actually Myrtle Beach is bigger, but Elgin, South Carolina, all praise to the Most High, no one got hurt because there was no damage to be done there. But even still, it's still something to look out for, right? So that was an FYI, family. Now I have another FYI that I want to bring out. Of course, y'all know I got some notes, so just bear with me. Now, when we were all younger, which one did y'all like better? Did y'all like Pepsi or did you like Coca-Cola? Yeah, Rich, yeah. South Carolina does have some fault lines. Let me tell you something. Backing up real quick, Rich. There are some fault lines in South Carolina, and there are some fault lines in Summerville, South Carolina, which is not far from me. But if something happened, God forbid, it may be something serious. And these are birth pains, and they are growing. They are growing. All praises to the Most High that you pointed that out, Rich. And I appreciate you, Mr. Rich, for being here with me each and every week. I love you, my man. I love you, bro. Now, Miss Wiggins said she was a Coke drinker. When y'all were younger, did y'all like Pepsi or did you prefer Coke? Which one did you prefer the most? For me, it took me a long time before I was able to distinguish which one was the best for me, because it took me a while. One second. I need some tea. One second. Got some tea. It took a second for me to figure out which one was the best. I thought they were the same because I was what cheer wine. Cheer wine was your what? You tripping? Cheer wine? Where you from? Idaho? Who drinks cheer wine? Pure heart? You? Hey, listen, you need to change that up. Oh, oh, you just bougie, sis. No soda for you. You straight up bougie. No soda for you. Come on now. How you ain't gonna have no soda? That's crazy. You ain't had no soda? That's wild. Anyway, listen. I prefer Pepsi. I prefer Pepsi because a couple reasons. When I researched the Coca-Cola, I saw that Coca-Cola literally had allegedly, allegedly Coca-Cola had the Coke in it, right? So, yeah, see, there you go. There you go, Tila. Cherry wine was good. Yeah. Where you from? Where you from? Anybody drink no cherry wine? Stop it. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't like no cherry wine. You better get on some Pepsi. That's what I like. I like Pepsi, right? And if you watching this broadcast, you better like Pepsi. And kick you out. Anyway, I like Pepsi because Pepsi was sweeter. That's why I like Pepsi. So um going to this FYI, y'all, when we get older, as the saying goes, when you know better, you do better. Hey, hold up now. Big Red Soda, stop it. That was one of my favorites growing up. That was my favorites. I had to put that out there. But when you know better, family, you do better. And now that I'm an adult, I know better, so I don't drink Coca-Cola. Now, if I have both of them in front of me, and I'm at a party, and there's nothing else to drink, there's no agua, water, there's nothing, and I'm parched. Forgive me, Abba. Forgive me, Father. I might have to go with some soda and get some Pepsi, man. I'm sorry if it ain't nothing. Like if I can't swallow, like my tongue is dry. If it's hard for some saliva to go down my throat, hey, look, yeah, the carbonation hurt, but it's still better than have a dry throat, a dry tongue, right? So I found out, family, that Coca-Cola, as bad as we know that Coca-Cola actually is, has bought Fairlife. Did y'all know that? I stopped drinking traditional milk because traditional milk, that vitamin D milk, that um, it has nothing but just bad things in it. And I don't like to be like my wife tells me lactose intolerant. And I tell her, I retort, no, I'm lactose ignorant because if I smell it, yeah, I might defecate right then and there. But what's crazy, I gotta have my cheese. I gotta have my cheese. So we did move over to Fairlife milk. Then I find out this evening, Coca-Cola then bought out Fairlife. Oh my lord! Listen, you can't make this stuff up, y'all. And it's like, what can we have if we are a person or a people who are trying to eat right? What can we have? Is there anything that we can have that won't that we don't have that we when we eat it or consume it, we don't have to be like, oh, my stomach bubbling. You know, I wanna have me some regular cheese if that's possible. I don't want to have no vegan cheese. Vegan cheese ain't always the best cheese in the world. You know, I want to have what I grew up on. Government cheese. That big block of cheese. That was some good cheese. Y'all know what I'm talking about? That right there, that was some good cheese. Now, yeah, that cheese now, listen, I don't know what that is. You know, now if you are so cheap that you go to what's that thing called? The Dollar Tree. where everything was $1, now it's $1.25. So years ago, before I came, this is my second stint back in South Carolina. Before I got back down to South Carolina in 2019, my oldest brother, he daggone near swore by the Dollar Tree. And this man bought some cheese from it, and we put that bad boy in the cast iron skillet, and guess what it did? Nothing. It stayed in its original form, and it was on high heat. Any kind of plastic, absolutely. Any kind of uh, agent that is from milk that don't melt ain't good for you. It ain't gonna agree with you. You might as well go to McDonald's and get you a Mickey D's cheeseburger. And we know how bad those are. Allegedly. Right? We allegedly know how bad that Mickey D's food is. Allegedly. So I just wanted to bring that FYI out that Coca-Cola. Yeah, hey yo, now you ain't lying. That ginger beer, what? On fire. I love it. Yeah, the cheese wasn't even more than it melted a broiler. Oh Lord. Yeah, that was killing our intestines, killing our inside. But I did want to bring that out, that FYI about the Coca-Cola buying the Fairlife, because I was buying the Fairlife, right? But now I gotta think more about my Fairlife. No pun intended. But moving right along, family. Again, y'all know I got some notes that I gotta look at before I keep on going, right? But I don't know if y'all know about this recall, family. But there was a recall, a 10 million pound meat recall. A 10 million pound meat recall of chicken. A 10 million pound chicken recall, family. And I almost didn't want to bring this out. A 10 million pound meat recall, really chicken. I eat chicken every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. I can't emphasize it enough, because growing up, we eat a lot of beef, steak, and then you get the chicken. You think chicken is lighter, which it actually is, right? But then the powers that be, they get to know what we're doing. So now they're doing stuff to this food, right? So I'm seeing this article and I'm reading it and I'm like, what's going on with this? So I read it, right? You know what I'm saying? I got my little notes with me. There's a 10 million pounds of chicken recalled due to family listeria. And this ain't the first time that we heard about a recall due to listeria. Now I'm going to read to you just a few. There's more than a few, but let me just say some stores that had this recall. Now, when I say some stores, this is not all of them, but you can almost be guaranteed to allegedly put every store allegedly on your list. The list that I found was Walmart, Kroger, Albertsons, Publix, Target, Aldi's, however you want to say it, Amazon Fresh, Trader Joe's, 7-Eleven, really, really, 7-Eleven, HEB. I don't know what kind of store. I guess it's the same like Kroger, HEB, Meyer, Giant Eagle, Wegmans. I've heard of Wegmans, but I have not shopped there. But these are recalls of 10 million pounds of chicken. Now, we also have Save Mart, Boston Market, Jenny Craig, Dole, and Atkins. I thought Atkins was when you're supposed to be trying to relieve yourself of some food. Listen, Rich, they ain't gonna leave that chicken alone, right? It's a wrap. They know, you know, exactly who buying chicken from 7-Eleven. Like, stop it. You must be ain't got no no pot to pee in, no window to throw it out. You buying chicken from 7-Eleven. You buying chicken from that, unless they're talking about for the benefit of the doubt, Ms. Wiggins, for the benefit of the doubt, right? 7-Eleven does have a restaurant inside of it called Roost. Roost. And I've gotten food from there. I haven't got chicken from there. I ain't got no chicken from there. I've gotten some beef uh, uh, double cheeseburgers from there, and those are delicious. They talking delicious, really good. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, they're very good. I ain't got no chicken from there. So you're right. Who the heck is buying chicken from 7-Eleven? Get your mind right. That's ridiculous. So I'm gonna leave it there. We need to take heed on where we're buying our food from family. Now, when we do buy any kind of food product, any kind of meat product, we need to be soaking our food in vinegar. You don't just soak your food in just plain old water, tap water, because that is tainted with fluoride, right? Allegedly. You need to get your food soaked in vinegar. The vinegar will show you if there are any impurities in it through the Most High, right? Vinegar, you soak your food in, your food products in. This is where we want to go. When you know better, you do better. And I know better, so I'm definitely trying to do better, right? Now, moving right along from that nasty 7-Eleven crap that Ms. Wiggins was talking about. Now, check this out, family. Check this out. Y'all remember in the Bible, for those of us who read the Bible, Jonah getting swallowed by the whale. Y'all remember that, right? So, can you imagine getting swallowed by a whale? Well, there was a kayaker somewhere near Chile. They got swallowed by a whale. Listen, you can't make this stuff up, y'all. There was a kayaker that was out there near Chile, a Hispanic guy, and got swallowed by a whale. And it was a humpback whale. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, there ain't no way this happened. Yeah, they got the video. His daddy recorded the thing. Do y'all know what a kayak looks like? A kayak family. You right? You seen that video, Rich? Yo, hey, look. Yo, you can't make this up. A kayak, you literally right there. You one with the what? You might as well be like sitting in the water. Like the kayak is like on the water. You rowing that thing yourself. Like, and then a humpback come up here and chomp my man, and he put him in his mouth for like literally like it was like maybe 5-10 seconds, and then you see him spit him up, and he come back up, and he back on the surface. But he was in the mouth of a whale, family. Like, what went through this man's brain? And not only that, what was his whale thinking? What was he thinking? Listen, if a whale swallowed me, yeah, he would have spit me back out within them 2 seconds. Because as soon as I see the whale, he wouldn't even got me. Because as soon as I see the whale, I would have did number 3. You got number 1, you got number 2, you got number 3. Anybody know what number 3 is? We know number 1 is pee pee. We know number 2 is boo boo. You know number 3 is poo poo, pee pee, blah, all at the same time. You ain't getting me. Because listen, no, you ain't getting me. You ain't getting me at all. Yeah, I see you coming from far away. I'm doing it all at the same time because you ain't getting me. Ain't no way I'm going in the belly of a beast. No, cuz yeah, all the Ohio come up out of me right now because that is not happening. And this kayaker's dad filmed it. I bet his dad was giggling his butt off. I told you, son. I told you, son. But hey, listen, these things happen, y'all. These things happen. So the only thing I can think of if I was in that situation is Jonah getting swallowed up by, you know, yeah, everything coming out of all orifices. My eyes, you know what I'm saying? But the only thing I think of is Jonah getting swallowed up and going in the belly of the beast, belly of the whale. Like that's, I cannot imagine that, yo. Like that's wild. That's wild, you know. But moving along, family, I don't want to harp on, a humpback whale swallowing up a person. It's just, you can't make this stuff up, y'all. Anyway, y'all know it is February, right? And they call this thing, what do they call it? They call it Black History Month. Man, look. I'm gonna call this thing Melanin History Month. This is what I'm calling this thing. Melanin History Month. And I do got something to bring out for y'all. If y'all ain't heard of this man, Carter G. Woodson, you better act like you know. You better look up for yourself for Melanin History Month, talking about some Hebrew history. Carter G. Woodson, right? Now, this man was born in 1875 to some former enslaved parents. Former enslaved parents. In 1926, let me tell y'all why I'm talking about this man. People of melanin, of color, we do some great things, if not everything that on the face of this earth, because there's nothing new under the sun, right? In 1926, Carter G. Woodson launched Negro History Week to celebrate Black achievement. Now, how great is that? Back in '96, we didn't even have Jim Crow yet, but we were still off of, our ancestors getting freed from slavery, some years prior. So it was still, big talk and big things happening against our people, coming against our people. So this man looked around and he made, in 1926, Negro History Week to celebrate Black achievement. Now, Woodson's idea grew, and in 1976, it became what we know today as Black History Month. But it wasn't recognized until 1986 by the Congress. So, how awesome was this man? And this is just one thing that I'm harping on, that he actually started what we know today, what they give us as Black History Month, because he saw all the greatness of his melanated family. He wanted to bring it to the forefront. Why not? If it's great, why hide it? You can't hide it. You can't hide it. Yeah, I got some dad jokes on deck. You already know that. But you can't hide what's going on with greatness. Greatness is going to show its face. Period. Period. But I'm gonna keep on going, y'all, because I don't have a lot of time left. I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up. Now, for people who have food stamps, y'all, for those who have food stamps, food stamps is changing. What the Trump administration is trying to do, they're trying to change food stamps up, family, as to where food stamps can no longer buy things such as junk food and sugary drinks, right? And when I saw this, family, I saw where um, I thought about it, and I do have some family members who do use food stamps, and they come in handy, as we know. But one of the drawbacks about the food stamps and what the administration is doing, the Trump administration, they are taking things away because they don't want people to splurge on sugary drinks and I would say chips. They say junk food. I would say chips. And I say that because I have family members who buy these things for their children simply because you buy a big bag of chips and you got 4 or 5 kids, 3 or 4 kids, you're going to give them that bag of chips to 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 pacify them until dinner is ready, or give that to them as an in-between meal. And I can't knock that. But now they're taking that away, and they're going to take it away, or attempting allegedly to take it away. So that way, it's more money out the pocket of the family, out the pocket of the woman. food for thought, right? Now, another thing I wanted to bring out, family. Tesla and its cybercab. I don't know if you know that Tesla is coming out to launch a cybercab in 2026. So the Tesla cybercab is what it's called, to launch in 2026. And if you have seen the original, what is the name of that movie? Let's see here. Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger. If y'all seen that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know that you remember that in that movie, the taxi cabs had a half a robot body up in there, but nonetheless, it was still a robot, right? It was still a robot. And what happened with that robot is that you would call this cab, and there'd be a robot in there that'd be driving you around. It would be a person, it would be a robot. So Tesla Cybercab is scheduled to launch in 2026. Is going to be exactly that. It's either going to be when you order the cab, it's going to be a non-entity person in there, or it's going to be a have a person, just like Total Recall. What y'all think about that? We are here with the Jetsons, with Elroy, with George Jefferson. We're here. We're here. With Astro the dog, we're here. We're here. What y'all think? What y'all think? Are you getting that? I'm not. But I want to say that real quick because listen, y'all, I don't have too much more time left. And I want to get to these dad jokes because listen, it seems like y'all like these dad jokes, man. And I got some things that's, Anyway, let me get to these dad jokes. Did anyone get that Hebrew that they want to have any calendars in their home? You know, you know, uh, these calendars, is another thing that seems like it's going to be going extinct. You know what I mean? So, but I'm afraid for the calendar. I'm afraid for the calendar because its days are numbered. That's the reason that I'm afraid for the calendar because days are numbered for the calendar. You know what I mean? Um, so you know. So y'all have heard about, showers and whatnot, April showers and whatnot, things like that. So I don't want to know how that joke goes, but let me ask y'all this. If April showers brings May flowers, then what do May flowers bring? If April showers bring May flowers, then what do May flowers bring? Pilgrims. May flowers bring pilgrims, right? You can't you can't make this up. And y'all better laugh at my jokes. You know they funny. You know they funny. Now, got another one for y'all. What did the janitor say when he jumped out the closet? What did the janitor say when he jumped out the closet? We've all been to school. We've all, you know, been, to college, and this actually, what I'm going to start calling this family, not jokes. I'm going to call this on the lighter side, right? On the lighter side, something that um, we came up with earlier, right? But again, family, what did the janitor say when he jumped out the closet? Y'all know what the janitor said when he jumped in the closet? Supplies! The janitor said supplies because that's what he got. No, Miss Jackson, he didn't say claim me. Wah wah wah. I'm sorry. I got the jokes and I had a joke for you. Anyway, now, does anyone growing up in school, did anyone like math? Like they say that boys are better in math than girls. And I hated math, but I just want to say this to math. Dear math, grow up and solve your own problems. I just want to say it to math. Dear math, grow up and solve your own problems. Oh my lord. Hey, so got another one for y'all. How does the moon cut his hair? How does the moon cut his hair? Good question, right? How does the moon cut his hair? The moon, the way the moon cuts his hair, he eclipses it. The moon eclipses his hair to cut his hair. Oh my lord! It might be corny, but I don't care. You like it. So I got a couple more for y'all. A couple more, a few more. What did the zero say to the eight? What did the zero say to the eight, family? That belt looks good on you. That's a woman joke. What did zero say to the eight? That belt looks good on you. You know. So anyone got any dogs out there? I used to have a dog. When I had a dog, I asked my dog. Her name was Ebony. She was a pit. I said, Ebony, what is 2 - 2? I said, Ebony, what's 2 - 2? She asked me. I said, Ebony, what's 2 - 2? She said nothing. Just like a dog, right? I said, Ebony, what's 2 - 2? She ain't say nothing. Oh my lord, I got a few more y'all before I get up out of here. So, let me see what I got here. I got a few more. How does a taco say grace? How does the taco family say grace? How does a taco say grace? Let us pray. Oh my God. So check this out, y'all. Does anyone go to the liquor store and like to drink anything like that, or go to the liquor store and get a beer or something like that? So I went to the liquor store, and I got caught at the liquor store, and I'm like, wow, that's odd. I usually don't I don't look that old, but okay. So I pulled out, started searching for my ID card, and my blockbuster card fell out, and the cashier was like, never mind. Oh my lord! I went to the liquor store, y'all, and I was asked for some ID, and as I was looking for it, my blockbuster card fell out, and the cashier was like, never mind. So I got one last one for y'all before I get up out of here. When I was younger, y'all, when my dad was alive, when I was a kid, I can remember. I asked my dad. I said, "Can you put on my shoes?" And he said, "No, son. I don't think they'll fit me." Oh my lord! I was like 5 years old. I said, "Dad, can you help put on my shoes?" He said, "No, son. I don't think they'll fit me." Oh my lord! Y'all don't hear me out, man. Y'all don't hear me out. That was funny anyway. Hey, but family, I want to thank y'all tonight for listening to me. I want to thank y'all for always tuning in. I'm trying to get better with these dad jokes, but I want to thank you all for listen to my beautiful voice, seeing my wonderful mug, and like I said, things are going to get better on this spot. Things are definitely getting better on this spot. I want to thank you all again for tuning in. I always want to say, as always, stay prayed up of your neighbor. Stay in fasting and in prayer, because we have to, because we are in upside down world. We're in clown world, however you want to say it. We are there. We got to stay prayed up. And that's another reason, family, why I bring out these dad jokes, or why I started bringing those out, because it's too much sadness in this world. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. And thank you, Miss Jackson. I'm going to keep everyone in prayer. Please pray for my mommy. She is, as we're young men, our mommies are our first girlfriends, and vice versa for the girls. We are in Jacob's trouble. I love you all. Have a good night, a good morning, a good evening. I love you. Peace. And that's how we do that, y'all. All praises to the Most High, because that's all it is. I'm just a vessel out here, y'all, and I'm trying to do it up, because pimping, I'm reformed. I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm reformed. There ain't no pimp powder over here. I had to dumb down my jokes because I had to make them dad jokes. As you know, pimping, ain't no more pimping over here, but it's just in my repertoire. It's just something I still say, I still got the long hair, right? But I ain't got no perm no more. Ain't no need for no perm. And I'm rocking the dreads, right? So yes, it is. This is what I do. This is what I'm here now. I'm all for Christ, and yeah, like I told him, it's going down in 2024 and it's going down in 2025. You're gonna see some more of that action like you've seen on Shay Shay's Club, because it's coming, pimping. It's coming. I can't stop saying pimping because that's what it is, pimping. That's just what it is, pimping. All right. So ain't no more foolery, ain't no more of that tomfoolery. We ain't got time for that. I love you all.
As I look back over my life and I think of decisions I made, decisions that I made. Best decision that I made was to keep His commandments, follow His ways, and I give Him praise for this new mindset. I got a spiritual high. I pray you get contagious. Heard him knocking, I ran to the door. He said, "Father, will I know Thee put fire in my soul? Them things I used to do, them places I used to go, and no longer have a taste for those desires, no." And He couldn't come at a better time. Gave me a new look on life. All praises to the Most High. He done changed my mind. He done changed my mind. He done changed my mind. Changed my mind. Changed my mind. As I look back over my life and I think of decisions I made, the best decision that I made was to keep His commandments, follow His ways, and I give Him praise. He saved me from myself. I was headed down the wrong, going straight there. And I am not ashamed to say that who I was up in the past does not reflect who I am today. See, I was the cause of a lot of rain. I was the reason for a lot of pain, cause I didn't give heed to when the work came. But then it broke me down and built me up and moved me over. Poured the spirit upon me, now I'm focused. On tippy-toeing on the streets of gold, that's how I'm rocking. Correcting my wrongs while writing my deeds while I keep your head bobbing. Quitting it is not an option. Enduring cause it ain't no stopping. The Most High is my topic. Eyes and ears is how He guides me, yeah. And I'm hoping that you're holding on those things I speak. Those things I speak is written for the lost sheep. I give Him praise and it amazes me how He touched my soul. Praying that He keeps me close, hold me tight and never